Okay, bana mdemo musharinge, let people come and we start afresh. I'm so sorry because bwe tutandika video nga nene then abantu batama ate bagambye mu America mutugenda kusoma mu America then ate so mudemu musharinge twewanike nga bwe tubadde then we start afresh. So today we're gonna have our guest, and our guest is from America, and is going to teach us a lot about America. If you have any question related to America, please write it down. He's going to be teaching a lot of things about America. I know a lot of people you dream about America. A lot of people you want to go to America. A lot of people you think America is everything. A lot of people you think America is honey and what you think it is milk and honey. A lot of people. So now today we are going to have an overview of America. We are going to know what is America. We are going to study what is America. How can you make it in America? Who can receive you? Echigambo muliotia zagrino nkulaba muganda wangu gambo otia ne muganda wange Fredo nkulaba. So mudemu musharingira doctor so aje aberewo wano. Ndaba we are 90 people but we were 160 people. So please can you again call whoever please. I want to see everyone at least sharing to a friend. Guys, as you share to a friend, please, yesterday, I posted a video. Then that's when I realized that you guys, you love me. I just posted and I saw even the people that I've never seen. So that means duetting me, I'll get to know you guys because you don't want me to know you. But every time you see me, you don't want me to know you. So Mr. Aine or Dr. Aine is a doctor in America. He's a Ugandan, very young, brilliant. He loves his country. He has a lot of plans for the Uganda, and personally, I'm proud of him. Because me, when I see that someone has a good plan for my country, and not only for my country, but for the whole Africa or for the whole world, then for me, I'm happy. I'm like, yes. Trust me, you'll be my friend. But if you are not, then you'll never be my friend. So, Mr. Aine, you are welcome on Kwichiriza Family Unlimited, a platform that gives hope, not only just gives hope, but helps people also realize their dreams.
Okay.
I know we have a lot of followers, especially from India, basically India. A lot of people from India follow our videos. By the way, there are more than even the followers I have in India are more times two from the followers I have in Uganda or in UAE. So I don't know, I would just request you today to have this talk show in English because it is going to be posted on the YouTube where a lot of people, especially from India, will want to hear from you or they will need to drink from you. So, Dr. Ine, if you don't mind, you can switch on your video and you give us a lecture. I'm 100% sure that everyone has a book. Yes, I have been in different platforms, by the way, talking about you, talking about Dr. Balebe, who will be here with us on Friday. So, and talking about my brother Senoga, who was here on Monday. So I've tried to mobilize, and I'm sure today we are going to have a lot of people, and I've told them to come with books and pens. So kindly, I will request you to open your video and you give us lectures. Thank you, sir. You have the mic. Who is Aine, Dr. Aine Powers? Who is he?
Do you know I've been in bed? I'm going to submit from here in silence. I've just come from work. It is 4
People want to
past
see
7.
you at least just once.
Yes.
Then I'll copy that when you are just talking. It is what I will use on what.
Ay,
Don't mind.
my people,
Yes.
my people. I've just come from work. Emize jange
Okay, okay,
gyobutandaba.
okay, okay. I can understand in America it is very late. What time is it in America?
It is 4 a.m. morning.
Oh, imagine. Also, my brother was telling me the same thing. I'm going to meet him at 3. Guys, look at that love these people have. He's from work and he's supposed to be sleeping, but now he's here with you just to give you that love. It is not, you can't buy it, guys. So it is okay. I will excuse you, but you send me a nice photo for you. Then I'll use it on.
Meanwhile,
Oh,
meanwhile, I
okay,
will be
good.
sleeping as I'm organizing myself. I will show up with time.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, okay. Now you have a mic.
I don't know what time is it right now in different countries, but I will say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone who
Mm.
is here. I'm glad that I'm here today and being hosted by the Kwikiriza family. It is such a pleasure. I'm very humbled. Who am I being chosen among the many? Um, my name, the names I use on my account, they are my name initials, but my name is AINEBYONA ALLAN Powers.
AINEBYONA, AINEPOWER. Those are your official names.
Yeah, my name is AINEBYONA ALLAN Powers.
Okay. Mm.
I'm a Ugandan from that side of the rolling side.
Mm. Yes.
Yeah, I'm from the rolling side. Not rolling, in fact, leading. Uh, Today I'll try to be brief because I want just to hit a few points. I don't have much to say, but I will try and get the little that I have for you people to at least pick from what I'm going to give from this submission, and then we shall go on. To start with, I'm the person you're seeing here. So when I turn off the camera, just excuse me because I've been in bed. I was already preparing myself to sleep, not until Mbavazi came in my inbox and insisted
So you had
we
you
need
had
to
already
talk.
forgotten the program that we had. I had already booked you today.
Indeed, I had already forgotten it because immediately I came from work at 1:30 something. I just zoomed myself in my bed. But to
Mm.
start with, my name is Aine Powers here on TikTok. I've gone through a little. To myself, I would say it has been hard moments. It has been much for me to be where I stand now, and that's why I always stand in to defend or to at least um, I will throw a word whenever my name is sounded in a hard way.
Mm.
Um, Number one, I'm going to talk about the basement of myself in brief, and then I'll
Mm.
come back where we're going to be right now. I was born in
Mm.
Uganda. Most of you don't know the hospital. It was Kiseka Foundation Hospital. Of that time, some of you were not born, some of you were there, I presume, but that was the hospital I was born in, Kiseka Foundation Hospital. I carry
Where
my
is it?
years. Kiseka Foundation
Where?
Hospital was in Uganda. It was in Uganda, though it is not there
Mm.
now. Yeah, I carry my good years. I will
Mm.
not talk about them. The general surgeries.
Mm.
But before I reached that far, I came in bits of studies. Not until I bumped into where I am. It's
Mm.
been a long journey and it will not stop because I still fix more. These are these are the things you cannot fix at once in life.
Mm.
And
Mm.
moreover, this final surgical side, it is never fixed at once. The one that I'm taking is of 16 years. If I'm to talk about my breakdown of the 16 years, I have not yet reached at the peak of the 16 years. I still drive it, but already in the field. I came dropping this and the other, dropping this and the other, not until I bumped on it. But to start with, a Ugandan from Uganda who is currently a citizen in the US, who came into here by a lack of a parent, single raised parent, that is my mother. I speak it loud because I'm not ashamed to say she has been there for me all along from my childhood. Sadly, I happened to see my dad in the years that you see me. The way you see me, I look. That's when I saw my dad. That's when I spoke to him. But it was not something big, but at least my blood is around me. I live with my mother right here in the US. All my family is here in the USA. We are in here and they are all
All
citizens.
your family.
Yes,
Okay.
here in the US. Initially, my mother is 20 years here. Yeah, 20 years here, and I'm 10 years here, 2012, down the road, pushing it up to this date. I salute the Almighty and thank Him for having made it in my life that I am here today and celebrating the 2023 together with you guys who are seeing me. I really thank God. I smile when I think of my hard time in Uganda, and I smile when I think of my soft time right here in the States. Because
Now
it's
you now you are in a soft time, right?
yes, I
Okay.
presume to speak.
Okay.
Because why will I say I'm in the soft time right here in the States? Most of us here are sweating very hard to come here. But here came the one Aine who was just on and told, wake up, go shower, prepare yourself.
You are losing the voice. We are losing your voice. We are losing your voice.
If you don't mind, I'm going to, meanwhile, you're going to give me just 2 minutes. I shift
Okay.
from my location to a safer
Okay,
place.
good. So as he shifts, yeah, guys, have a book and a paper and learn something. Don't just come here just to listen, but at least pick something. I know all of you, you want to travel to these countries, but when we bring you these people, you heard he said he still remembers the hard times when he was still in Uganda and at least the soft. Now we are going to know what are the soft times and hard times, because from there you will evaluate yourself. You see the hard times you are in right now and the soft times probably you'll be in very soon. So I'm going to request you guys, you are here, if you know that you are here and you are here for a reason, you are not selfish, ngenda kubasaba musharing it at least to more than 5 people so that they can also learn something. I know sometimes it is hard, you guys, to go to YouTube, but remember this video, it will be posted on YouTube, and it is not only the video for him. There are other videos for people. For example, for Choco, for Leida, Weri Nunji. It is a very nice video. If you watch it and you finish it, you will not remain the same. We have a video from Netherlands, by Nava. We have a video from Germany by Madame who? Julie's Blossom. We have a video from Kenyan. We have now on Friday we have a video. We are going to have a video from Canada. Most of you guys, you want to go to Canada. So from these inspirations, you never know, you can pick something. So guys, I'm going to ask if you know, I know you don't want to share. It hurts me so much. It hurts me. It shows me that you are just selfish. Me, I don't need a visa, by the way. No, I need a visa now. I need a visa to go to America, but I don't need any ties to go to. It is just a matter of thinking that I need to take a vacation to America. Trust me, I'll go. I don't need a lot of, idagano, bichi. No, it's just a matter of fixing there and I'll go. And I meet him, even my daughter, and we talk. I don't have anything. Even I told you yesterday that I went to UK when I was even still a student. So why would I need him? If I need him, I would call him. So I'm getting him here for you guys. So when you come here and you don't share, really you hurt me. Please do the needful. Then I'll give you even more people for you to motivate you and to have a direction, like to motivate you. You never know, his story could be the one that can change you today. And you think you'd be like, okay. So thank you so much for listening. I know temwagala, but it is fine. Okay, let's go. We keep moving, my brother.
Yeah, I'm back. Hope my voice is now somehow
Yeah, it is now
clear.
very, very okay. Yeah.
My cameraman is disturbing.
Cameraman or
Anyway,
camerawoman?
cameraman. I insist, cameraman.
Okay. Mm,
I stopped at a stage where I was saying my journey. Someone was saying, are people insisting on English?
mm,
I stopped at a stage where I was saying, this journey has been a hard one back home, but it became a soft one when I came here. Start with, I'm going to at least throw light from the back because I know the past determines the future. Someone would only want or love to hear the present right now, the life that
mm,
I'm in right now. But I request you allow me through a few past events from Uganda.
mm,
Start
mm,
with I was born in Kampala, Steka Foundation Hospital, as I told you. But then from there I was raised half of my life. Do you know this road of Nakasongola Road? Mijera
Nakasongola.
Luwero
Yeah.
Road.
Luwero Road. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Luwero Road, starting
Bombo Road.
from
Is it Bombo Road?
exactly
Yeah. Yeah.
that one.
Mm,
Bombo Road from the start of Matuga Kumabanda all the way to that side. I know that place till
mm,
when you reach Mijera side. So I was
mm,
raised from that side.
mm.
Now, to go back that side, that is where I had half of my quarter life in a hard life, in a hustle. That was not that simple, but I happened to live there and at least tried out myself. That is where we first built our house. That is where my parent or my mother started from. That is where I majorly speak of because I have been there quite some time, not until I have grown to this time, and I also still go back that side because the house is still there. We buy land that side. We have done a little bit more of that side, but it is more in Nakasongola side. So that side there, where our home is, our origin home is. That is where I happen to um, go off from sight of my parents back, and I stayed alone to Nakasongola sides. Nakasongola sides, I stayed there for some 2 years down, yeah, some 2 years down. And my mother came in Kampala. By then, coming in Kampala was some good achievement. No, coming to Kampala by then was some good achievement.
Even
Era when
now.
you travel, yes, when you travel from Kampala, when you travel from that side, Nakasongola, and you come to Kampala, and you dare speak of your parent being in Kampala, oh, you are the son or the daughter of the rich gang around. So by then
Mm,
nga twera ekyo mami wange ali Kampala, mami we ali Kampala, yeah, nga bakulaba mwana w'abazibu naye nga munaye embeera teyali nnungi. So
mm,
from that side, we had some simple life. We had some simple life.
mm, mm,
Some simple life that side. I remember
mm,
that side, Bururi,
mm,
Yeah, that side, I happen to have a few relatives, a few friends. It came a time when we had to leave that side because my mother was a police officer, so she had to get her transfers from that side. So we came all the way from that side to Zambia Police Barracks. So in Zambia Police Barracks, we stayed there for some good time too. Now, uh, then in Zambia Police Barracks, we stayed there for some time. That is when my mother went off my attention. That's when my mother disappeared and I could not see her anymore. But to her disappearance, since I had spent some good time nga simulaba, I presume or I thought she was within the country, but she had already went through the country. Nga taliimu nga yajja dda mu US. So it is after 2 weeks that I realized that she's not around. Now I start demanding for my mother. Because I
Were you
remember
the
that
only child or you had other siblings?
initially I'm the only child, yeah. I am like the others are in other I with other dads because I have my
So you
stepdad.
are the only child from the mom,
Mhm.
yeah?
No, we are
But your
two.
dad, yeah, okay.
We are two in my father.
Mm.
Then I have others, but I will not go real deep in
Okay,
that.
okay, yeah,
I
yeah.
will,
Mm.
so that time I started Isaac Baker. I don't know you, but how are you? It seemed I started demanding.
Mm.
I started demanding for my mom because I started
Mm.
having some issues for school, and by then I was studying from Buganda Road Primary School.
That was a very expensive school.
Indeed, it was Buganda.
Oh.
When I entered Kampala, direct,
Mm.
I went to Buganda Road Primary School. Buganda
Mm.
Road Primary School, surprisingly, I'm
Mm.
going to talk about some OBs and OGs who started
Mm.
that school and they are with us here on TikTok.
Oh,
Famous
okay,
people, famous
okay.
musicians who studied from that side and they are with us on TikTok here. Um,
Mm.
I then, when I started demanding for my parent, it was because of the school fees. I see now things are turning the other way side. I'm starting to wonder, where is my mom? Where is my mom? How come she's not here? Now,
Mm.
I used not to miss zomanyi nze n'okulya. You don't have to separate us. But I started demanding for my mom when I started seeing that in my containers, I'm no longer taking what I used to take. I started
Mm.
demanding. That became a hassle. Now all the relatives that were left with me started saying, Omwana, ate now he's demanding the parent. They started calling my mom, but they could not give me my mom because they didn't want me to realize I'm alone now.
Mm.
Oh. There, I will not drill into the reasons or the ways how I disappeared from the barracks because this is a security matter and security.
Mm. Mm.
From there, now they took me to my auntie. My auntie is in Gayaza, Kasanga, Tibulamu side.
Mm.
That is where I went. I stayed. Studied Uganda Road, put it down. Now, starting Uganda Road and put it down, we had likes of, to start with, there is a girl, I may say a lady, she's called Grace.
Mm.
Grace, she's one of the TikTokers here. She used to
Mm.
sing gospel songs.
Mm.
Now I started dwelling into that passion of singing, singing, singing. I sang. Um, secondary schools came registering people who will join with bursaries in music. I registered in various schools, various. Oh, still demanding for my mom. Not until I
Mm.
finished my primary school and I had
Mm.
to look for a secondary school. Secondary
Mm.
school, I went back to sides of Luwero side. If any one of you knows Kakola High School, Kakola High School is in Luwero Wobulenzi side. That is when that's where I went. Now, going that side, starting, please stop.
Now, why are you changing? Why are you changing from a big school now to a small school? Was it because of finance or because the
Well,
mom had disappeared?
my mom was not around now, and
Okay.
that I had finished primary, they had to look for a school to take me. I had my aunt, the one I hated, who
Mm,
decided that I should go to Kakola. Why?
mm,
By then I was
mm,
a stubborn person. I was very
mm,
stubborn. And they were like,
mm.
yeah, Mwingo schools exactly.
You have
They were
an
like,
OG here. You even have an OG here. I
they
see
were
Audrey,
like,
that your sister. Mm,
how will we manage this boy when he's not in a village school? There is a school
mm,
called Imbuye Farm School. They wanted to take me there. My friend, I waged war at home. And my mother maybe helped and said, take him to that school. Then I went to Kakola High School. When they were leaving me there, it was a bush. And I cried, but those people were merciless. They had to leave me in that bush. But when you reach the school, it's a nice looking school.
yes.
But it was a bush. You know, in the jungle,
Mm,
in the middle of the
mm.
jungle, you are in the jungle. My friend,
Someone is
life,
saying that Kakola students are always stubborn. Is it true?
nedda, nedda. This is Mombeja. Mombeja, yeah, I know that girl. I think
Mm,
she was in Kampala vocational. I know her. I have a lot of
mm,
hobbies.
mm,
So by then, we had these music and dance events. If
mm,
this girl is Mombeja and she knows me, I request she sends in a request
mm,
and she sends this live, this Mombeja, if she's the Mombeja I'm thinking about. This
mm,
time, I'm going to talk about this when she's up here, if she's the one. I was
mm,
a boy who was talented in various things,
mm,
but in most of my things that I was talented in, I was talented in dancing the Chiganda dance.
mm.
And on top of that, when I joined, this was a Catholic school where I was also talented. This is where, yeah, I think she's the one.
Mm, mm,
And this is where I also happened to start the singing. I used to sing the four voices alone: soprano,
mm,
alto, bass, and tenor. Now,
mm,
when I went that side,
mm,
we had there are competitions that are named BISMA, BISMA
mm,
competition. BISMA
mhm,
competitions are always on TV, but they are more of schools. Schools that
mm,
participate, we have Kasala Vocational, we have St. Peter's Bombocali, we have Kakola, and other schools, Budo, and other
mm,
schools, the ones that
mm,
request for this competition hour.
mm,
And by that time, we made a lot of music, a lot of music, a lot of music. So, in the process, I happened to be one of the boys who made uh, the powerful Chiganda dance because I think I was alone. Yeah.
mm,
And won. And then when I go back to the music side, I participated in singing.
mm,
If you go and take closer look in mu bifaananyi bya Bishop Semwogerere,
mm,
Paul, is he Paul Semwogerere, something, Doctor will say.
mm,
Yeah, I think I am there. And if you go
mm,
in his office, is it Kasanaruwero Diocese, something,
mm, mm.
you
You are in
will see.
you are in his office.
Yeah, you will see me somewhere ku
Mm.
bipande ndi ku billboard awo waggulu.
Eh,
So, and
congratulations.
I also happened to meet Kabaka
Mm,
uh, again that side of Kasana Luwero, Kisawe that side,
mm,
and were in singing. And that day they only selected three of us to go and talk to him. And this is the day I saw how the king powers work. Because I remember that day it was sunny. It was sunny, the weather changed, and it only rained or drizzled where we were only walking from like this. But from the start, nange nga mpakanyamu awo. So another chance comes in my form 2 there. My mother puts in a visit visa for me to come and realize where I was. Now the journey now starts. The journey starts. Use Uganda. Hey, people here don't.
No, don't mind the comments. Otherwise, warona bajja kuvuma. Don't even look there. Sometimes I don't look there.
So I
Oyinza
came.
obanga olinayo ka girlfriend kawa disappointing awe kali n'ateekako bw'obiraba bijja ku disorganizing. You just
Disappointing awe muli wano. Mulira ke tebaabakuba bali mu kuba abantu mwe nabasaasira. Now, this is what I'm going to tell you as for now. When they sent me a visit visa, I had to come over to my mother, and this is a time I boarded. This was my first flight.
Wait, Mr. Ine. The first time you got an invitation, the first day, immediately you got a visa. You didn't get any reject. You didn't do.
I didn't get any reject, and I was led by my auntie. She's called Ida. She's in Kampala. Because I didn't know where I was going. I told you from the start of my journey of boarding an aircraft to any of
Which
these
class
countries.
were you, and how old by then were you?
Senior 2.
Okay.
By then I was
around 13.
No, 12 years.
12, yeah. Same like Shanita, yeah. 12, 13, yeah.
But I was a naughty boy to a time when they told me to at least put on the best of my own. I had to go and look for a choir uniform, school choir uniform, and that's what I used. When I came to my auntie waiting for me, she looked at me and she was like, "What's happening here?" And I was like, "I'm putting on my uniform because you told me we have a flight." So I went, my auntie took me to the Kadinisa. She spoke most of the things. Then they called my mother. I had then to bring in my they had to look for my daddy to prove my flight because they were saying this something like that.
Consent. It is called consent. Mwabaagala okutambula, it is called consent. Era bw'oba olinayo omuzaddewo, if you have a parent and you want to move, at least create that relationship. Because when you need to move with your child, they'll ask you consent. It is called consent. I think you are putting down. Guys, don't comment too much. Learn. Because now you are concentrating on typing and you are not learning, guys. Learn. Because today, he went through it, and very soon you're going to go through it.
When I reached there, they like our tickets. Our tickets were bought from this side because my stepdad is the one who came to pick me. So he had to buy them this side and then come this side. Now, when they booked them, we had to use Kenya Airways, Jomo Kenyatta. When we reached Jomo Kenyatta, when we reached Busia, to look in my passport, I was going to cross over and then go to the States. Now they asked 3 questions, and these questions made us stay for 2 hours. Number 1 question, what are you going to do in the States? They were asking me, I told them I'm going for leisure because I was always using that crossover going to Kenya for leisure with my auntie. Now this time I tell them I'm going for leisure, and yet the documents are indicating that I'm going in for a visit visa to see my mother and then return. Ah! This Musajja, who was a Kenyan bitter, looked at me. Then he asked, "Okay, how old are you?" I told him I'm 12. Then after he asked, "Who is your mother and how old is your mother?" Trouble. I knew my mother's name. I knew only one name. That was Evelyn. Date of birth, I don't know. And yali already akutte ebipapula. He has the documents that are indicating everything. Okay. The man then asked, "Who is your father? What's the name of your father and what job does he do?" I didn't know the name of my father. I didn't know the job. Now here they turned to the man who has come to pick me. What is the name of this? The man taking you, and who is he? And frankly, this I told them the name and then told them he's my uncle. Problem, on the documents he was my stepdad. Now,
But for them, they understood, of course.
now
Looking at your age and the question they were asking you, of course, someone can know.
these were Kenyans, Mr. Bruce, who would not interpret very fast according to their understanding. Now they asked me a few questions. They told the stepdad to go in a room. They took him in a room. I saw, you remember, those rooms are glassed. So I was seeing him sweating with questions. Now I was wondering, if this man is sweating with questions like this, how about me when they tell me to enter that room? What will I do?
Yeah.
Now they tell me, "Come." Entering like this, he whispered in my ears. He told me, "Your mother's name is this." I was like, okay. That is the only question. That is the only thing he told me as I was passing him like this.
Yeah.
When I reached inside, they asked me, "We are asking you the last time, what is the name of your mother?" I told them the name. The man looked at me like this and then said, "Okay, come." They cleared us off. When we reached the bus, I had to recite and recite every single detail that should be in my head for me to know about where I'm going, who am I going to see, what street am I going to, what is taking me there, a lot of stuff. So this Kenyan bus, which was meant to be boarded for a night, me sleeping inside, I then resumed to classes. I had to read, had to recite things. Nembonaabona.
Did
I
you
read,
get, Mr. Ino, Tuvuga Speed, did you immediately get a visa there and then, or you went home and then later they called you that you had gotten a visa?
No, I didn't get it there and then. It took me, after there, they told, after we went, we reached, when you reach Kenya, American Embassy, there is a tent where they give you, I will call it a ticket. They dress it on you here. They tell you to sit somewhere and wait. Then the name of the Kori is called a Kori something. Yes, I remember. They call for you. But first, they call for the person responsible for the travel, and that was me. When they called me inside, they asked how old I was, and I was 12. They said, "Who have you come with here?" I told them my auntie. Because from the gate, balinga bajja bamugoba, but since my age, so they sent me.
Someone
Papa,
is
why?
asking why. Someone is asking why by then you used the Kenya embassy.
I can't tell my friend, but
Yeah, because by then that's where embassies, they go on growing. It is like how you have children, they are in your house, then later one who says, now I need to relocate, something like that. Yeah.
I don't know, because even in the future, even this
Mm.
last travel, I used the embassy, the Kenyan embassy. So
Mm.
when I reached inside, asking me of the age, they asked. Then my auntie spoke for me most of the things. Then they
Mm.
told. I remember that side they asked me my age, where I am, where I came from, Kampala. Do I study? What do I want to be in future? Do I know about US? I told them I don't know, but what I know, my mom is in there, and I am desperate. I want to see her. I miss her, because I remember my aunt gave me a trick and told me, when you're talking about the mother, if you want them to give us this chance, if it needs crying, cry.
Mm.
Hey, when I reached this man, I became emotional. I told him, my mother is in there for some good time. I have never seen her. Then the man was like, oh, I understand. Okay. And then they told us to wait for three to four business days. Yes.
Mm.
They took my passport and told me the rest you'll find it in the DHL.
Mm.
The DHL will contact you.
Mm.
Um, so my auntie had to book hotels so we can sleep over in Kenya for 4 days. But
Mm.
unfortunately, we left in Kenya for 2.5, because
Mm.
the third day when we got the DHL message, we just rushed over, picked it, and then boarded back home. We
Mm.
used now I think a Yomvu day.
Hey, we see that pain in Uganda. We see that pain missing your parents for a long time. What lesson do we learn from here? Also, my daughter, I think she went through that. Let me tell you guys, it is good you feel that pain. Then later, I have a lot of people who are saying, me, I can never leave my child, my daughter, my son. I have to go, I have to get a visa and I go with my son. Sometimes it is really hard. Most of you guys, when you come to my inbox, I think you think I'm lying. It is really hard to move with your son, but you can go prepare, and then your son or your daughter can find you. To you guys who are saying that you have missed a lot, we have missed nothing. This video will be posted on our YouTube, and you will find many more videos that are related to this one. So kindly sit down. I have myself, I'm noting points. So I don't know what you're doing there. Either you're just looking at how handsome he is and
Oh,
or what,
shit.
but I would just request you to get a pen and paper and please note something. For example, consent letter. Write it, because most of you guys, you are going to Poland. You are going to go through the same statement, the same story, because at the end of the day, you are going to bring your children to Poland. So sit down and take notes. Thank you so much. Let's go.
Um, okay. Now, coming back to the time of boarding, when I reached Kenya, we booked our hotel because our flight was in the night at 11. But we underestimated the distance from the Kenyan town to the
Mm.
to the to the airport. So we reached 5 minutes late. 5 minutes late from the time of arrival. It costed us a lot, because this was the time when we reached, and the 5 minutes late, and they were closing the airplanes door nga batuggalirayo ebweru.
You reached late.
Yes, 5 minutes late, and it was taking off it by 11. So netugamba, what should we do? Then my daddy nayiyayiyawo, we talked to people, and then lucky ne baleeta akamotoka, those
Mm.
airport cars, and they put the ladder. We went. Now, here is one Aine who wanted to take a selfie, even when the time is low.
You had the phone by
I
then?
didn't have it. No, I didn't have it, but I had it too because it was an assignment that I gave to my dad. That when you see me on the stairs going up, please take a pic. Now this man went before me. Kagenze gwe bagenda okuba ekifaananyi nkyali wansi ate agenda okunkuba ekifaananyi yayambuse dda. Then at my age I stood waiting for the pic because it was already an assignment. I stood there waiting. Now this person, this Muzungu, asked me. By then I could not listen to the accent. It was too fast. And the airplane was in that sounding mode. So it was too fast, and I was like, oba ate agambye ekyono oba ngamba ngira mbeera awo nindire ddala ekifaananyi kyange. So I was looking at them like this. Not until my daddy came and called me, Allan, come. I ran, I took off, went into, and then asked him, but we had talked about my pic. What happened? Nagamba, we are already time bad and you want a picture. We shall take it when we reach France. I was like, okay. Nengumiikiriza. Naye nga ngumiikiriza wembala ekifaananyi. Nemugamba, okay, kati bwe kiba kigaanye, if it fails here, then I will take it inside. Inside it was okay. I took pics. I have many of them in my phone, though it is me one who does not like posting flight things. I happened to have had a chance and they booked the window. I sat at the window viewing this and the other. Now here I had to listen to every detail. I had to listen to every detail of how the aeroplane takes off, how it starts. This was my first time, remember? Waited patiently. Now, me, I used to think when it is taking off, it is just going to first start racing, and like it panel beats increasing with the speed and momentum or like motion. But when agituulamu surprisingly, it is just one tap of a button and it has already engaged in all the gears, taking off very fast. I jacked back like this. Now, jacking back, my hands dribbled aside and I made a tap. I was seated at the window, but there was a female white lady who was on my right. Oh, kwana ate olowooza we nali nzira emabega saako ono omukazi ku mabeere. Obuzibu bwali awo. Nga nze nantidde. I am now getting scared of this machine. Now, when I looked the lady, I had a grip. Omanyi ng'okwetaasa n'onyuza. Kumbe nywezezza ebbeere ly'omukazi kubita n'entandika n'enkaaba. Now here, after the plane had gone in the air, it is now settling in. I started releasing this lady slowly by slowly. Naye nga bwe nkaaba nga natidde dda. Now the lady looks at me. This lady looking at me.
Was this lady a black person or a white person?
She was a white person. Now this hostess came, or hostility. They came. The ladies bitter speaking this and the other. Me, I don't understand that fast English, man. I'm just looking at her. What's happening? What's happening? Because I remember I had made a grip of a soft thing, but I don't remember where exactly. It is not after a time of releasing that I see I had made a grip on the breasts. Now, my daddy was seated behind me. The next, this lady was bitter. What? Nze nga simanyi kunnyonnyola na mu Luzungu. I told my dad in Luganda, so he had to explain. Nze ne mugamba, I told him, ne mugamba, daddy, nze ennyonyi njitidde. Era weebuuse mbadde manyi tugwa mabega, mbadde nina okwekwata. Kati nze sitegedde nti nkutte ku ye. So he had to apologize on behalf of me. On my behalf, he apologized. Everything came to a standstill. It became normal. It was an accident. Naye nga this lady, the whole flight, she's all wearing a gloomy face.
I know them.
But
they are even here listening. Yes, I know them. They get irritated so fast. I don't know why.
The man who's wearing a gloomy face on is even now having the daddy's phone, taking pics. Amugamba. I had to take the whole cabin of where I'm seated. So this is where then we went. This flight took us 3 days. 3 days. 3 days from Uganda, because from Uganda I'm counting the Kenyan time. I'm counting 3 days. It took me 3 days, but up 2 days, down 1 day, because I had to come from Uganda to Nairobi, Kenya, then from Nairobi, Kenya to France, then from France direct to Logan. So, do you know I have visited France? And that is the day I visited France. I enjoyed the France plane. I enjoyed it because it was the one that picked us from Kenya, France Airways. It picked us from Kenya. It was a nice one. It was a nice one. I enjoyed it. Now, my friends, these people brought it. I had to test on everything that was desirable and looking nice in my eyes, because I remember when I was yet to board, I told my dad, I'm hungry, and he told me, all that has been catered for in the plane. So order for what you want. Now, at the time, Maninga Twakatuka Mbanga Aine is already now calling people to bring him chips and chicken. These people are now telling Aine, we don't have chips and chicken here. Okay. I then simplified for them life. I told them, okay, fried eggs. Nothing like fried eggs. Okay, cooked eggs. Nothing like cooked eggs. Now, nenyigawo ningamba, now what should I do? Then there is this nice lady who was passing. I tapped her. Please, can you help me? Because they put on this color. Something of a purple something. So, nemutapingako nemugamba, Madam, do you people have, this one is now typing what I'm going to say, do you people have Rolex and Fanta? No, Rolex. I swear to God, I asked for Rolex and Fanta. The lady didn't know Rolex and Fanta. I gave up. The first lady I talked to about it went and brought me drinks. She brought me water. Now, I asked myself, I want other things. They are giving me other things. My daddy said, they're going to start serving, just a moment. It only took us like 15 to 20 minutes, if my time estimation was not a wrong one, and they started serving. Attendance jukira, this flight ended when they are serving. Okumanya ennyonyi zidduka, it ended when they are serving. And by that time, baserving ebintu awo. Manyi, these white people foods are very, very disturbing. So I had to try everything until I get the right one. I tried everything until I bumped on the right one. I remember I ate chicken. I ate chicken and I ate like 4 times that chicken.
Okay.
Then I took a soda, but it was a Mountain Dew soda. Then they brought wine. I didn't know it was wine. I tasted them, all the types. Nga bwe baabireeta we nalina obitestingako.
And your dad let you test wine.
He was already behind. Yes, my dad is very free. I had to test the wine. I tested the wine. This lady first brought me the first test. This one is not okay. The second, the third. Now I spotted the last. I think it was the fourth last. It was sweet. It was sweet. Ash, ogwo nengufiirako nno naakabanga. Nagunywa akabanga. Now I started to start losing some. I was like, what is this? We went now reaching netandika olaba ebibuga wansi ng'olwo tunaatera ndowooza otutuuka oba nga tutuuse. Netandika olaba I started recording this tall building. It is what in Paris?
I don't know. I take it.
That tall Paris building, every person would
What is the name? I always forget it.
I also forget it, but I saw it. Yeah, I saw the building. I was surprised to see building down and I am up. Yeah, the Eiffel Tower. Then we landed at the airport. Now, when we landed, this is what happened. Aine got lost at the airport. I got lost.
You got lost from your papa?
Yes, I got lost. We only had 45 minutes
to connect.
To connect. 45 minutes. Huh. How did I get lost? Tuva eri tujja tutambula. Tunyumya nsongera. I have taken pics at the airbuses. Everywhere. We reach at these connecting trains. Buba butono webuti. Entering. People entered. People were boarding. And then I stayed back in my tour malo touring. Kumbe the man is already inside. Now there is this person who comes to stand besides me. And I think I'm still close to my dad. Kumbe nze nabuze dda omusajja ali munda. Kati ngenda to turn my eyes. Good enough I had my passport together with my ticket. So I had my documents. Turning like this, the thing was closing the door. The train. You saw this pattern now. Now the pattern starts. The pattern starts when I get lost. Immediately it had took off. It set off, another one came. Immediately, kuba butambulira ndowooza mu series, kano kaba kakavaawo kano nga kajja. Kati nze omutwe gwange ne guŋŋamba. It seems kabayiyeeyo ne kadda. You understand? Mbwe ayine pause. So that is what came into my mind. Kabayiyeeyo ne kadda. And why? I thought when it has put them there, it has come back to pick the others. Those people cannot turn to come back. Kumbe the man is not the one that took him. When he reached at the stop, naye we yatuuka ate naye yalinnya kalala kamukomyewo asange we yandese. Kumbe nange amagezi gange gayambye erinnya akazze ogende omusange. We made that circle and imagine it was just a circular motion like this. And we were in the middle. So we moved. I made like twice rotations, the circulars. I made them twice and he made it once. n'akomawo n'ayimirira we nabadde sa kati nze ate wenkoledde akasooka akookubiri nkomawo muyitako ndi ku ddinisa mulengera bwe twabadde but it cannot stop. I am now passing him. Now I'm like, what should I do? Here comes here comes the poor me. Obwongo tebuŋŋamba. It came into my head to consult. I had to consult someone because I was seeing I have to be at the Delta side where I have to connect from. I had to go and board the Delta, and it was US Boston Logan. So whenever I'm a good thing, I stood at the right point where we should pass and reach the Delta Airways. I stood like for 1 minute listening to different languages of people speaking. So I can spot one I can connect with. Speaking. Naye nga mpulira lu Spanish, lu France, oluzungu lungi. Nengamba nkole ntya. I saw a security guard. Nengamba bano babeerawo kutuyamba. Nakwata bukwasi bipapula. Nembimukwasa mugalo ne mugamba I'm lost. The man said, what? I am lost. Those were my sentence words. I am lost.
So meaning that confidence is very important. Kata uzengenda kuteka ko confidence.
Yeah. I told him I'm lost. He looked at me. He was like, where are you going? Pointed at my passport. Where are you going? Passport. So get a binge. Kuba nali sina kyakwogera nti ndi mu kutya, I am in fear. Where are you going? Passport. Okay. The man opened, read. Then he had to communicate back to me. But communicating back to me, I could not listen to the running English. Problem. Ewe yamaliriza okwogera nze nenyeenya omutwe nga ndagamba itegedde kumbe sibitegedde. Era we yannyonnyola n'ansondera go that side. Nengenda. Kumbe ate wali we ngenda beetaaga scanninga passport. Scanning a passport, and there was some sticker I had. There was some sticker also. I think they had to scan over the sticker. So I was like, what should I do? When natuukawo ne ntandika okukoppa abantu bye bakola nange bye nakola. Nga nkoppa bye bakola. Kati Mukama n'annyamba nga the person I am going to board with the same plane is behind me. Ntunula eri nenkola. Kumbe ate nentunuulira they are connecting to other countries, and I want also to do what? To connect. So this one tells me, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm trying to fix this. Hey, naninda. Obudde bwe bugenda. Surprisingly, my dad had already even gone through where I am right now. Kati here comes another person. Here comes another person. Nga dadi yampiseeko dda munange nga ye yagenze dda olwannoonya yagenda mba security mbw announcing ne bamugamba wano tetwannouncinga. You only go where the person should be ojja mmusangayo. Kati ono omukyala ye yannyamba to connect n'anteramu buli kimu. Kati ne ntuuka we bakeberera baŋŋamba ajjamu omusipi, baŋŋamba ajjamu engatto zenna ziriko ebyuma, baŋŋamba open your bags. I am opening my bags. If you have electric gadgets, what? Now I have daddy's phone in my hands. What should I do? Byonna ne mbibawaawo ne neeyambula. Naye n'empale baba kuŋŋamba nali njijja. Naye after this, I did not have time to put on my shoes. I just got hold of my shoes, got hold of my stuff, packed them there, ne ntambuza socks. Nono omukyala kuba gwe nali neesibyeko ng'olwedde agenda wendaga nga ngamba hurry up. Namugamba mukwano teweetawaanya. Nakwata bukwasi bintu byange, engatto zange mu ngalo, ne nnumba. Moving. We reached at the place where we should be. Nkanze nasibitegeera, now I'm staying alone at the airport. I don't have anyone. My dad is still looking alange. My mother calls. I pick. How are you? I'm fine. Hey, I thought it is your dad with my phone. No, it is me. Where is your dad? Funny
I don't
stuff.
know.
Abaana abato tetusirikira byama. Namugamba daddy ambuzeeko nange embuzi. Ha, ha, ha. My mom took a what? I cannot even put the question marks or the exclamation marks that she used. But there was a what with a loud voice. Ng'alaga oba banzibye oba bansaddaasi. Now, obwongo ne buŋŋamba, use the lane or use the side, the path you have used to go back and look for your daddy. Kubanga already wali bali where we are connecting from, they are asking questions, but I cannot answer them. There is simanya later we are going to sign COVID biki ebisibitegeera. Nengamba I cannot do this. What should I do? Nengenda kati ate we nagenda side gye nagendako. At first we used these accelerating ladders. Here now when I am going back, oli omukyala ye yannyamba okugalinnyako ku luno ndyogwa ngenda kulinnya ku madaala ago. Kati ate obuzibu agaali gaserengeta gaali walala nga n'agambuka gaali walala. Kati nze ate njagala nkozesa agambuka nserengete naye ng'ate gambuka. Ondabira embaga ne nzija. I'm trying to step on the things, they are taking me back. Now awo naliwo nzekka ne wajja omukyala n'agamba, what is going on here? I want to go back to the starting point. God pushes his people, and here I see my dad trying to get on these ladders so I can go back. I'm trying to run on them down, but they are coming up. Hey. Awo nasafalingamu amaalo awo gantawanyaamu. Kubanga amadaala nali njagala kulinnya madaala gambuka ng'ate nze wenzika. Era nali ngabaza ntandike kubuuka limu ku limu nzire wansi eri. So we went, signed and connected. Now I used Delta Airlines to come. Delta Airlines, one of the biggest and passionate aircrafts so far. Boarding mu biki. But Delta is my nice one. Awo tutuuse ku nnyonyi eri ennene. On this one, I took the selfies on the ladder.
You connected with your papa?
Yes.
Here. Okay.
Yes. I find him now. Yansanga ku madaala. I'm trying to go down. Here, I took the selfie ku madaala. I took the inside. I took ebifaananyi ng'eyambuka. Everything. When you saw your dad, I didn't shout, dear. I didn't shout because I was already confused. Naye olutalo lwali ku ssimu awo nga nakamulaba namugamba mami akuyita. Mami agambye mukubire. Omwana wange oyagala basaddeko omwana wange. When I reached Delta Airlines, God covered a grass on me. Ne banteeka kumpi n'effumbiro.
Kakati soka pozingeko kawonyweko kutuzi nga bwe ngamba bana baganda bange. What you need to do, I see a lot of comments that you have missed Dr. Aine's conversation. To you guys who don't know, the person who is talking is a professional doctor or a medical doctor who lives in the United States, is a Ugandan, and is taking us through his experience, because we need to get this experience and we use it in traveling. We are not here to get his story. We are here to pick something from his experience, then we use it in traveling. Copy and paste, because I know you want to move, but you don't know how. Look at all the stories. Look at all the stories. The story is not different from my daughter. One day probably she will reveal it. I don't know when, but it is not different. So guys, pick something from it. To you guys who have missed something, you are going to catch up with the whole story from the YouTube. Abatamanyi YouTube yaffe, just go and type Kwikiriza Bruce Chris, subscribe, watch. You are going to learn a lot. Now we have America. On Friday, we have my real brother, who is Professor Barebe Gerard. Also, he'll be teaching us about Canada. He's teaching us about America. There are a lot of things. I'm going in a few minutes. I'm going to let him start answering your questions. I know you have a lot of questions, and he's going to start answering all your questions about America. About America, which visa, what and what. I'm going to give him some myth. Because remember, Dr. Aine is from work. He came from work and directly he came to us. So we need also to consider that he is tired and he needs to sleep. And it is 4 now. I think it is 5 a.m. Where he is. So he needs to sleep. So I'm going to give him more time to finish that story. Aine is always here, by the way, for you guys who don't know him, is always here. And I'll bring him for Uganda version, because this one specifically it is for the main YouTube. The Uganda version will be for the other YouTube, the what? I don't even the name. The Kwichirizas. We shall put it there for Uganda version. This one, our clients or our followers, they said no Uganda to it. That's why I'm pushing Uganda, because we are being followed by a lot of people from all over the world. People from UK, big up. I see a lot of people from UK. You view my videos. People from United States, you see there is statistics. Big up. I see a lot of people from UK, from USA, from Canada. Especially, I see a lot of people from India. Big up, my people. So we continue, my brother.
I was saying, here they take me to sit. I don't know whether it was the kitchen or but close to the serving point. This was a big aircraft I boarded for the first time in my life. And surprisingly, it was the first time that I see an aeroplane setting off when it's missing over 100 people in it. Over 100 people. And it was my first time sitting on a column when I am alone. Watching this TV on this seat number, this one, when I'm alone. I remember I sat in the economy. Yes. When I sat there, it was like blessing. I have never gone. I have not sat in the big those big what seats of men's class. By that time, though in the future I will tell you I've ever taken an aeroplane and I've sat there. But to my consideration, banange bw'oba totuddeeko mu business class, VIP oba ki, tekikwemazaamu. Nze ennyonyi ndabanga y'emu. Ndabanga y'emu kubeera ne zino entebe era ozimenya ne weebaka. Era TV ogiraba. Tebikwemazaamu ebintu ebyo, obuntu obwo butonotono. Mpozi for once in a while, take it just to review yourself, but si kyamaanyi. Now, when they put me close to the kitchen, hey, this is what happens. Amateeka g'emweno ennyonyi gaali simple. It was a big one, but serving starts from the big people down to us, which was okay. Which was okay for me. Me, the problem is not eating. Yeah, it was very okay.
Also here, you sit in a different place with your dad, or you sat together?
We sat differently. We both wanted the windows. So yatuula ku the other column. I remember. Yeah, I sat on the left, right. He was on the left. Viewing me from a distance. Nga wampuubirako nange we muwuubirako nti ye ofunye ekyokulya nti ye. Now, lucky enough, this one I had already spotted what I want to eat from the past plane. So I was speaking it. I want chicken breasts. I want smanya chicken biki nga baleeta ng'olwo ngizeeyizeemu. So this one they served and serving ended for the first time. They had to serve the second time, but for the first time, after ending the first time, they told me they weren't communicating in this side where I was. If you need anything to eat, you just go there, serve yourself. They told me serve yourself. They told me serve yourself, and I could not wait to serve myself. This lady told me in about 5 zawera, in about 4 minutes. Nali nsituse genda kwesavinga. I went. Yes, but remember we had just finished eating. Naye kasaba ngamba when you feel you want to. I stood up. I went served myself. I first got hold of snacks. Ezo nenzirya nenzikuba wali. Kumbe waliwo era n'abali obubi baali eyo ndowooza mu business class. They came all the way from the front coming. Abo bajja n'akalinga akaveera. They put most of the snacks neŋŋamba n'ebyokukola gyebiri. Nange nensituka neŋŋenda. I was putting on a kitengi with these big pockets. Big pocket. I went properly with my kitengi. And I had to make sure I compress and keep my eats. I loaded them, came, nentekamu gundi zange ze bampa, MP3s, set the movie. I started watching. Nga wensikayo wano wensika. Nagenda okwatayo tebukyaliyo. Nenzirayo nenkimu kulala. Kati we made sure we exhausted everything that side. And we waited for the next serve. The next serve came. Bana, next serve, I thank God I ate these snacks. Next serve, I am seeing leaves. I am seeing things I don't understand totally. So, time came. This was a long flight. I remember this one in yatuuka nendwala n'okulwala. My ears were not fine. I blacked out. I passed out. So it was a long one. Ng'ennyonyi eno buli weesituka, buli weebanga esitukamu, buli weebanga efuna airplane jet lags gundi zineno propeller interjections ezo nga zimba mu matu ng'ate gunene gulimu space, the pressure of the vacuum hits my eardrum, it compresses. Bw'eba eyambukamu waliwo wenzijukira nga kiraga bajambusa buli kaseera olaba yeeyongerayo mu bbanga ng'eyongerako altitude.
Etuuka amatu ne gafiira ddala nga tolina by'owulira.
Yeah, I remember we went to mitwalo 7 something. Naye kati mitwalo 7 gino nentandika okutyamu mu nnyonyi eyo eyali 7. Nentuuka negenda oba ne mu 9 yatuukako nga nagenda ozuukuka ntunula wano ku gundi nga ndaba oba tuli 9. Neŋŋamba okay. Then it came landing. I used to enjoy it when it is landing and setting off. Landing and setting off. So on landing we landed now to America. Landing we waited. Emigugu gyaffe already gyatusookayo. Twasanga bagitadde ku gundi eno. Egirako ogenda okulondera eno baagayo ne tugijjako ne tugiteeka ku kagaali katugira. Awo natandika omanya nti nno mu America teri byabwerere. Osasula otya akagaali ku airport? ne mu supermarket tetukasasula.
Mu America akagali mukasasulira.
Yes, ke tuteekako amabaaga ago okajjawo wali you put money. Yeah.
My first time to hear that.
Yeah, we pay for it. I don't know other airports, but in
Uganda
Lebanon, we pay for it.
mukatono nja kubasaba mu following a number rather account yetandeka emitima ebiri ya Faye. This lady also lives in Switzerland. This year you guys are going to be going to Switzerland on a conference that I'm going to tell you very soon. I'm going to post it on YouTube. Last year eresa abantu bangi era ne Frank yamuleta, so I'm going to post it. So follow this account. Faye, please put that comment with 2 hearts so people can tap on you. Baja kwagala era tujja muleta wano naye abeeko kyatugamba. Please follow that account. I always recommend when I say follow that account, you just follow and wait. What next? What follows? Thank you so much. Tugende maaso. Sigala ngoteekako emitima ebiri ndaba nga account eri kumpi kuwera. Tugende maaso muganda.
Yeah. Sasula akakagali. Now, here they took me to they called me into a room. There was a room before we make entering or in the stage. There was a room. They called me inside that room for interviews.
Again.
That's
the reason they were teaching you where you're going, which street, what and what and what.
And my daddy told me, if you fail this interview,
guys, are you learning something from that? Are you learning something from that? So do you want to tell us that when you reach in America, they put you somewhere and you take another interview? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Let me now tell you this clear, Mr. Bruce and everyone. Even when I was coming in for the final stay, I went through the interviews from the American Embassy, IOM side, that is the health department, Ngabakugema. Then from that side to the border again. This is now the second time I go through the interviews. And then France. Waliwe nabulira wenyini. Same places. I'm going through same places. But the hardest interview mukama wange kulinyisa noddayo. Yeyo ng'ogenda kuyingira inside this country.
Mu America.
Yes.
Guys, are you listening to that?
I took that.
Are you listening to that?
It was a serious one, my friend. I had
Take
to
us
answer
through
all
that
the
interview.
questions.
Take us through that interview because that is actually the part that we need more.
In that interview, number one, they had to look into my passport and scan it thoroughly well to prove even the visa I have. They had to, because my dad already, he was a citizen, so awo yesi waayingirira waliwo entry y'aba citizens, waliwo n'ey'abano abazzeemu buzzi. You understand? So ye yalina okunyingizaawo naye ate ye yalina he did not have to answer questions that side. I had to answer my own questions, but he had to help me because of my age, but help me at a later time after I have answered a few, you know.
Yeah.
So after there, nze nalina nyingirira walala naye ayingirira walala. So this is what happened there. My number one question, your first name. I told them AINEBYONA. Now they told me that is not your first name. What your first name? It was ALLAN. Now, okay. My dad told me whenever they ask you your first name or first and last, give them all the names. They choose. I was like, okay. They asked me my name. They asked me the person I am with. They asked me the name of the person. How do you call the person? My daddy. How do you call? What is his name? the date of birth, my mother, the date of birth and her name, where, street number wengenda, how many people, where jengenda, what brings me in the States, when am I leaving. Now, when they asked me those questions, I only happened to answer their names, date of birth, but I didn't know when I'm leaving. Nze nabagamba I have come to stay with my mother.
Oh. Oh.
Siina gye ndaga. Yeah. Nabagambirawo siina gye ndaga. Kati bwe namugamba omusajja siina gye ndaga. He had, there were security personnel putting on things bonna nga ng'alina ne pistol. Nagamba, I'm not going anywhere. I've come to stay with my mother. Okay. So, street number. I didn't know the street number, but I remembered the name of the town where I'm going. Members of the families, I only remembered the baby, the newborn baby. But I don't remember the number. I only told them there is a baby, there is my mother, there is my daddy who is here, and me inclusive, plus my judge.
There was no a dog or a cat, because also I know someone who went through that experience and he did not mention a dog here in Belgium, my friend, a Ugandan. And they told him, you are missing one person in your home. And then he said, no, those are people I have mentioned. They said, how about this? They mentioned the dog. He was like, is that a human being? I had to get a mass.
Now, this is what I missed. This is what I need to know. The occupation of my parents inside here.
The occupation?
Yes, I gave them business. Daddy business. To call research technician, namuwa business. Mami surgeon, namuwa business. Now, this man says, who are you with my daddy? Kati oyo ye yantaasa. He came in, n'ajjuza oyo yajjuza. Nanziza ebbali n'angamba, no, okyalina okusoma ebintu. You still have to understand the things more, because this is not the last time you're coming in here. N'abitereeza, we spent something like 30 minutes. Nga passport bagikutte. Bali abo beebuuza, sense. Then they called my mother to talk more about me. Good enough nga zze ne bamuyingiza munda. When they looked at her like this, they looked at me, they said, it's enough. He's your son.
Wait, your mom was at the airport?
Waiting for us.
So they called her to come inside?
Yes, in that office.
That office. And then, okay. That was serious. You see, guys, you guys who think America is so easy, listen and learn. Pick something.
When they looked at her and they looked at me, they only said, yes, this is the photocopy. But enjoy your stay in the US. I went in. Kati. Kati, this is where the things are. Truthfully, US at first, I only enjoyed the travel. But this was not my country of love.
People, you tap on the screen, please share, because you are not giving us gifts. You are not doing anything. Please at least tap and share to friends. Let them also be inspired by Dr. Aine. Please do something important. Because Yeah.
My country,
Goretti from Sweden. Thank you so much.
thank you very much. My country of love was Uganda again. Munaye nno nalimu amaalo nzikiriza.
Mississippi.
Nalumba wano
Thank you so much. Gita, thank you so
ebitti
much. Tugende mas.
nga bimbowa nga sibyagala.
Mm.
I am thinking about home. Though I was with my mom, I'm thinking about home. So, my stay here was for 2 weeks. 2 weeks ezo already nali ntoddeko ennaku bbiri. I stayed over here and then went back with my jajja and my dad again. This time it was a simple one, getting out. I had to go back and read books. I read books.
So they told you have to go back. I did. You went back home. You
Yes.
cried. Did you cry or they told you you come
No.
back?
Having seen my mother, hugged my mother, tested the dollars, nga sirabawo waaka. Because remember, I'm telling you, remember back in Uganda, ffene buli kimu kya bwerere wano, osiiba mu nnyumba, tofuluma, tolaba neighbor. Bintama. The days I spent in the house were years. I feel I am house held and I don't want it. I'm grounded and I didn't want it. So, but when I reached here, waliwo bye bankolako. I think reason to my coming, fine, wali baateekamu for birthday ya sister wange, but I went, they took me, there is a lawyer who saw me, they took me to some offices wano. I think that was preparation for my paperwork. So they took pictures of me with my mother. Ennaku zonna zinamala eno nga bifaananyi ku kifaananyi. Hey! Ate era imagine by the time I was coming era ngenda ku American Embassy, ebifaananyi bye bimu bye bankubira eno nabisangayo, byansookayo, era wali mu kompyuta baabindaga. Is this your mother? Yes. What date was this? What were you doing here? I had gone to visit her. So those were some of the things I did when I was hanging out. Time came, I went back and studied my Form 4. Then when I started my Form 4, I went back to Kakola High School Form 4. Then I had to come back. Then I went to Nalia SS Namugongo. Nalia SS Namugongo I studied. Then I went to, I studied in Nalia SS Namugongo after Kakola. Then I went to sat exams in Nalia SS Lugazi campus. Then after all that, I started my health journey. Starting my health journey started from Gayaza Kasangati Bulamu. I started from that side. Then from that side I went to Mengo Hospital. Mengo Hospital. From Mengo Hospital, there is a school called Mildmay.
I hear that school.
Where my sister also, who happens to be a nurse, also studied. My biological sister, we are two. So then from there, I had to come this side. From this side, I went to join Mass Bay Community College, where I happened to have achieved most of my educational papers. So basically, when I came into the US, studying here is a no man's stop. Now, how do I come back the second time to reside or to stay with him? The second time I come back like this, it is a day they call me, because I was in Mukono, Nkokonjeru side. They called me, you have an interview tomorrow, you are going to Kenya. I come. They take me to the Kenyan embassy. Kati wano nga nkuze nga ngenda kweyogerera buli kimu. When natuuka eyo, they start asking me questions. Olwo ngenze kadinisa. Now I'm not going to take you in the paperwork side because I did not prepare my paperwork. Honestly, nja kuba nkulingi. I was only called and taught more about what I should speak in case they ask me.
So it is your daddy and mom who prepared your paperwork?
Yes, my paperwork was only
And
prepared.
how old were you, and which visa was that? Was it a family union visa or it was a visit visa again?
It wasn't a visit visa. This time I was getting my green card.
Ah.
Yeah.
They applied for you a green card?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
This time
Guys,
I was getting...
you who applied for a green card, now you have an example and we have someone to ask some questions. You see where we are heading?
I was getting a green card by that time. Yeah, I was getting a green card.
We are losing you, my brother. We are losing you.
Yeah, I was getting a green card by then. How old was I by then? I was now mwejo emyaka egikwana egyo.
Myaka 18, 17.
17 awo. Because my studies ran so fast. Nabuukayo ne kiraasi emu bwetyo.
Because you are too smart or what?
Not too smart. When I joined to another school...
Before that, there is where I'm missing. After senior 4, you just went to a medical school?
No.
After senior 6?
After senior 4, my mother was telling me to go and join the med school. I first spent some good time nga ngaanyi nga nze njagala bintu birala nnyo. Nali njagala kubeera muyimbi. Nali njagala kubeera muyimbi, muzinyi, nga njagala kubeera amazina maganda. You understand? Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. So nga tuli awo tukyasika muguwa. Then I went back to... I added on. Kati ate we natuuka eyo ne njira mu form 5. Ate kati ate omutima ne guŋŋamba ate ddayo emabega ogende wali, you break off, nga ndaba ate eno bizibuwadde nnyo. Obwongo buli awo bwesera, obwongo tebutereera. Nimba ne ŋŋamba let me go in and study. Let me go in and study BMC.
What is BMC?
Biology, Math and Chemistry.
Okay.
So, what did I do? Ne enrolling in Nalia SS Lugazi campus. HM nannemerako, come and study, naye ng'era sinnayagala. Nga studying is not my thing. I want to dance. I want to go and be... If you, many of you know these people, you know Mozart Studios. You know Mozart. You know this man called Maxwell Sesanga. You know Paul Saka. You know Victor azannya emizannyo. Now, there is this girl who has just been wedded called Mawemuko Nora azannya emizannyo. Many of you are seeing her on TikTok. She's Nora Mawemuko. She's playing Bina Uganda, something of a sort of. Yeah, producer wa Lutalo. Yeah. I know her. Those were her. Banange. Era nno Mukama akuyambanga n'akubikako akasubi. Those were the people nga tulina emputtu nga tetugambwako. Nga nomala otugambako. Then I also happened to study with Ruth Kalibala's daughter in the same school Kakola. She was called Haldridge.
Listen, Ruth Kalibala, this brown lady.
Yes, the brown lady.
I know mwana gosobola okusoma naye.
Gwe nasoma naye si gwe nsobola.
Okay.
Mozart from Luwero. Yeah, Mozart from Luwero. Max is my uncle-in-law. Salet, waba uncle mubuuza about Aine. Ajja kubuulira. So, because in my school I used to compose music. Nga we bazicomposinga, we go in studio and sing. Ruth Kalubala mukadde naye ekyo tukiveeko tokikubaakubako nnyo mukwano. Saagala ate otandike kumbuuza myaka gyange. Kakati, I'm coming back. Badde mbagamba how I came in now to stay. I came in nga ngenze kati olwo kujjuzaamu ebyo bintu byaki bya Bruce olisire jjajja. Badde mbagamba nga ngenze kujjuzaamu ebyo bintu bya green card. So this is what happened. I was called, come, you have an appointment. Otherwise, have photocopy, very beautiful. Indeed, Uganda, you're right. So I came. They took me to American Embassy. Naye nga era bampitiramu ebintu ebisinga. Mu bintu bye bampitiramu mwalimu bino ebintu bya mmanga. Mwalimu to know my date of birth, my tribe, my mother's date of birth, name, daddy, agabanzaala, then ne gye nzijja abaliyo, street number, what do I want there, what am I going to do there, do I love the place I'm going to, do I love the place I'm going to, will I want to come back home anytime, yeah, there was a lot, but when I remember, I will definitely come back and tell you many of the things, unless when you have questions. So, I went, reached at the window. I reached at the Kadinisa, what of those who lost both parents? But you have, now, proof of identification matters. When you bring something to prove what you're talking about is very okay, other than saying I lost parents and you don't have. So me, I had to provide a few documents, but powerful documents indeed. They were powerful because they interfered with my time sometime, because I had to provide proof of divorce with my parents. So, but I provided everything, and when I reached the Kadinisa, they asked me these questions. My name, where I am going, what am I going to do there, when will I come back, and when this man finished asking me those questions, he later told me, if it so happens that I reached that side, what do I want to participate? Like, what do I want to participate in when I reach this side? I told them I love singing and playing musical instruments. So here, he looked at me and got hold of my passport and told me, welcome to America. You'll have a response of the next thing, of the next program in 2 days. 2 days. So kati nze nali simanyi nti ebintu byenva like this time I went back in the same concept like the previous ones. Kumbe my mother put for me the green card naye nga ate nze simanyi. You understand? and she had to pay. Ne bamuwa akakwakulizo olina okuzisasula nga tebannaba kulinnya nnyo. It has to be paid before the board. So this lady had to pay for them. She did indeed paid for them, and I boarded after 2 weeks. They gave us boarding after 2 weeks. When they gave us boarding after 2 weeks, my dad had a few things to complete, so he had to extend the boarding time. So he put in 1 month. Netubeera omwo mu Uganda nga buli kimu tutunda kino tutunda kiri tulya kino tulya kiri. And then time came, I boarded. The same procedure was the same airports. Reaching here, Boston Logan, I had to go inside again for the questions. Why have you come? Bichi, bichi, bichi. Good enough, it was already indicating in my visa I'm going to use my visa as my green card for 1 year, as my green card gets ready. For 1 year as it gets ready. So, nenyingirawo mu America. Mukwebowa okw'amaanyi, mukwebowa mu nnaku, nali sijagala. Nali njagala okubeera ewaka.
After going to America and you saw those nice buildings and the dollars, still you wanted to live. Why? Because you were missing nothing in terms of necessities. You are missing nothing, or what?
Once, I had left my friends. 2, the environment, wherever I used to come, it was a cold environment. Songa, I hate it. 3, the first time I came, I had the trauma of the problem of the headache, ears and what, and even I passed out. 4, nze nga saagala kunteeka mu nnyumba. Ate nga nnina n'akawala kendeseeyo. So ensonga zange z'amaanyi. Ensonga zange ozigattagatta. Amaanyi. Ng'olina okumpuliriza. Era in the same year, kuba in the same year, I boarded in December for 2 weeks. Enzirayo ndaba akawala, nziremu ndya effene. Nakaaba wano ebizibu mami okuntikka okunzizaayo okwoba obuwiiki bubiri. The kawala. The kawala. How is your girlfriend? Why? Tukomaawo kitegedde kaali kawala mazima laavu. Wamuleka kakawala nsibirawo nnyo. Yeah, that was the reason, by the way. But generally, the fact is, even now, I miss home. Yeah, I miss home. So, when I reach here, hustle dazzle. Allow me go pick my charger.
Okay. As you picture a charger, guys, I hope you are learning a lot from this story.
When I come back, Mr. Bruce, when I come back, I will go through the US life awo nga ntuuse otuukiddewo okoze biki ebyo. Time I spent within kiki kye nakola. Ebyokusoma byatambula bitya, omuntu olina kujja ng'omanyi ki mu mutwe. What should you bring along with you? Mugenda ne mutambula ne mulekayo ebipapula bye mwasomerako ne mutandika kuba masimu ate mpeereza ekipapula kyange. No, travel with everything.
Okay. Well, the second I was about part 2 to Jeko to demo because I don't know how to, but I think I'm going to read. I don't know. Cutting. I don't know really. Is there anyone who can teach me how to cut and all software? I don't know.
Don't you have Mr. Andy's number?
Yes, I know I can get it. Yeah.
Yeah, he can help you out. He can help you. But if you want
Oh,
to like put it off and make part 2, it's okay. People need to
because
freshen up.
it is getting yeah. Omuntu musobola okugenda buli omu n'anywamu ku lwendo lw'amazzi dakiika 2. Let it be like
Yeah.
a commercial break. Eh?
Part 2 ejjira mu Luganda si mu bubi.
So there was a part 2. Leka tukomewo just mu dakiika 2. Buli omu afune olwendo lw'amazzi olye yegolola ayabadde talina pena agifune tugenda kudda in 2 minutes, just 2 minutes. So, but as I also take time to read about technology, how to cut this out, because I'm not, yeah, but I'm going I'll get there, okay? Just in 2 minutes, come back. Leka tufune eyemboozi eyo kyali kitya, okay? Yes. Papa ogenda kutu ekigo. Yes, kama kubeko ekigo, but just in 1 minute, 1 to 2 minutes, I'm coming back. Yes.